And it's 7:30. And on the top of my agenda, it says this is the Planning Committee, the Sandhurst Town Council. And by way of introduction, I like to inform everybody that is watching that Sandhurst Town Council, our planning function, we are a statutory consultee. We are not the deciding authority. The deciding authority on planning applications is Bracknell Forest, and they are the LPA, the local planning authority. What we're going to do tonight is examine the planning applications that have gone to Bracknell Forest, and as a statutory consultee, we have the right to make recommendations as to what we feel the local planning authority should do with the application, as in, should they refuse it or should they approve it? So and we'll go cracking straight into our agenda, and we'll start with apologies for absence.
Just Councillor Mike Butcher this evening.
Just one, right? Thank you very much. And members' interests, any declarations of interests? Okay, and the usual comments there are that if something comes up in any of the applications where you believe an interest needs to be declared, no probs, you can do that. Minutes of the planning committee meeting held on the 27th or 28th. Oh,
That should be the 28th of April.
I was about to say, I've got the 28th of April here with me. Okay. So I've got those there. Any comments on those? I propose them as a true record.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
That's okay. Hill. I'll sign.
Vote them.
Sorry?
Vote.
All those in favour? Yeah, all those in favour. Sorry, let's get it all right. Thanks. Okay. Those are black box on the end. Just make sure I remember to do so. And we'll move straight into, because we've got about 15 applications on the agenda tonight, and we'll start with 8234, which is 124 College Road, which is a proposed side extension with flat roof, and this is a retrospective application, which means the work has either been begun or completed, and that fact is not a material consideration when looking at an application, okay? Because the local planning authority deals with all that side of things. So can I invite any comments, thoughts? Do we feel there's any reason why this should not be allowed?
Seems very modest.
Well, I was,
Single
Yeah.
story.
yes, I
Provide.
I didn't have a problem with it.
I can't see, even if this was not, I can't see any reason, any material planning reason why this shouldn't be. And that it's not out of keeping with the other houses in the area or out of character. So I'm happy to move that no material comments or objections. So that's a second. Thank you. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Thanks very much. And make sure I keep my bits of paper together. We're moving straight on then to 184, which is 30 Moffat's Close, and it's with the erection of a single-storey rear extension following demolition of existing conservatory. And here again, a large site. And the,
Have you got the floor plan? Please, Darcy.
that's, I think that's what it says. Oh, it's the top one, yeah.
To zoom in on that.
Yeah, have we got the other floor plan, the first floor plan?
First floor. What was the conservatory?
Don't they normally do first, ground floor and first floor, Dale? Don't we normally check the number of bedrooms against parking spaces and that sort of
No,
thing?
wait a minute, this is for
And
a single story rear extension.
Yeah,
So there's no bedrooms involved.
Yeah, no,
but when I do the plans,
it's this section
Yeah.
here.
but
So
when you
there's
do the
nothing-
plans, I thought that we asked for I thought the planners asked for a complete set of plans of the property.
Oh, I see.
So that, in other words,
No, you only
to check.
need to submit plans for that which you are applying to do.
Okay.
And there's
Right.
no, there's nowhere on the plans, does it say there's another bedroom or there's any effect on the parking? That's not
Yeah, but
included in it, because they're not taking away any parking spaces or anything like that.
no, it was
This is
just,
just literally a flat roofed extension where
yeah,
the
take down the conservatory and, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that they still had to give full plans for the rest.
No, you don't have to do bedrooms and all that sort
Okay,
of stuff
that's fine.
if you're not applying for bedroom.
It's a funny
Okay.
shaped plot,
Right.
isn't it?
I know some people do.
Yeah,
Um,
it's funny, the layout.
So anybody think there's any
No, but
that should?
that case, I've got no comment, no.
Okay, then I'll happy to move, no material comments or objections. Is that seconded? Yep,
Seconded.
Thank you. Williams. And all those in favour? That's unanimous. Right. Moving on. Through to 1824, which is 90 Yorktown Road. And I think we all know this place. Best strawberries in town. Oh, sorry.
next door, best.
Well, I was gonna say the best ones in my gardens.
Oh, mine are coming on nicely. I think. Yes. Right. So this is for proposed erection of a single story side and rear extension, single story side porch extension, and removal of a chimney. And the plans are quite.
Could you show that, the lower part of that and blow it up, please? Lower left-hand corner.
This bit,
That's it.
to go any closer. Get you a little bit further.
Thank you. Again, I was just looking at the layout on this one. There's a kitchen upstairs between the two bedrooms.
Yeah, but again, this isn't about
Yep.
bedrooms.
Okay. And then look at the layout. Now, I don't know whether they're going to try and split that and make that upper one a flat.
Well,
I've just,
yeah, but
was out
that's
there.
not a material consideration
So-
with regard to what they're asking us to consider at this time. What they may come back to us and ask for in the future is
yeah, would they come back to us, can ask for planning permission to split it, for instance?
they would. If it's going to be a separate habitable unit, almost certainly.
Okay. So could we put in as the wording, an observation that the I'm going to say at the upstairs, or the property is to be occupied by one family or something like that.
That becomes difficult when the application isn't about habitable space. It's about the there is a kitchen downstairs, isn't there?
Mm.
Um,
I was looking also at the layout of coming in
yeah,
where the stairs are.
yeah, I'm looking at that.
I mean, I know it's not our job to foresee what they're going to be doing in the future. We look at
Well, let's
in front of us. But I was just alerted by the fact that there was a kitchen on the second or the first floor as well as the ground floor.
yeah.
Just bringing it to our attention, if you like.
So what do we want to do? Because within the confines of this application, occupancy isn't determined to be family. The bit that they're talking
Right.
about isn't habitable space, is it? As in family. It's got a kitchen area, and they call it. I can see what they call that. I see. I see where you're getting it from now. No, now that I've looked at it in the larger.
Yeah, which is why I asked Darcy
Sure.
to make it larger. Yeah.
Because in the new floor,
Okay, let's.
that's proposed. There's no kitchen in the
I
proposed
can
on
see what you're.
the first floor. The kitchen's in the ground floor. But if you look at the existing plans, these ones, yes, there was a kitchen.
We've missed that.
Yeah, that's existing. Yeah, there's a kitchen
right.
existing.
So
Yes.
that's the existing living.
But in
It's a bedroom.
proposed, it's a bedroom. Yeah.
Sorry, I retract my comments. That's the existing.
That's the existing.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry,
Easy
Dan.
done though, because it's not easy to navigate. Yeah. So
So if we look at
living upstairs, but family area downstairs.
so
It's the fruit and vegetables.
what it's
Oh yeah.
what it's showing is
Out, have they?
No.
Right. So that's a really good.
sorry what
Yeah.
sorry
So on the
you're
proposed
you're making now.
drawings, should in-
Hang on, Dale's saying, go on.
No, what are you
on,
you were
on the proposed drawings, there's still, and I think it's an error in the drawings by the architect. There's still a kitchen hob and a
Whether they've just relabeled it bedroom.
can I just make a point? We cannot assume error.
you can point it out though.
It says it's a family room, shows a kitchen area with a sink, etc. Is that what you're saying?
No,
That's
go-
on the
go on to the-
existing.
Go on to the proposed.
This is the
middle
proposed,
room.
which is what we have to be considering.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And at the moment,
But yeah, proposed, it's still got a drawing of a cooker in it.
Yeah,
Even
it says
that's-
kitchen on there.
Sorry, Darcy, what you're looking at there is the existing, isn't it? If you scroll to the bottom,
Oh,
it says
this is
this is proposed.
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 Mine does-
It says
Mine says bedroom, not kitchen.
Oh, that's on the top floor.
Yeah.
the first floor.
So that.
Can we just on the left,
Yeah,
Oh, right.
right, is the ground floor, and it's the proposed layout, the application
yeah,
for the ground floor.
Yeah.
There is no change to the proposed layout of
I've worked it out.
the first floor.
I've worked it out. So on the 19th of March, Darcy, there is proposed drawings. I expect they need to be ignored
amended proposed.
because there's amended proposed
Yes,
further up on the 20th
So-
of April.
that's right.
So check you got the right ones because on the amended proposed, it says bedroom, but it still has a drawing of a cooker in it.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, let's see.
it's the website's not great.
Oh,
So amended
look at
proposed most recent shows.
182, isn't it?
182.
But it's got a cooker in it, yeah.
But it also says proposed roof plan, and there's no change to the roof plan. I think the word proposed is indicating proposal change, but it's actually what it should say is existing.
That's proposed.
That's the existing.
It should say existing first floor, existing roof span. It looks like a cut and
I'll
paste.
put a spanner in the works, yeah.
That's all right. It's good to be
It's larger than the original, isn't it?
Here we go. Amended proposed drawings.
Yeah,
That's the one you're looking at.
that's right, yes. But I then looked at the existing on the 19th. That's
So
what
that's
it's.
the proposed drawings for the 9th and existing the
Yeah.
19th. Let's just look at these ones and see if they're different.
Let's just get these over one at a time. So that is that.
That's
That's the location plan.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say goodbye.
Go on,
That.
all down.
going down.
No, below it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the one I've got here. It looks the
That's
same.
what I had.
And it says bedroom,
It says bedroom
but
in
it's
the
still
middle.
got a drawing of a cooker in it.
Don't you want a cooker in your bedroom?
No, I don't. I didn't have one in the kitchen.
Well, is it like
see
something
what
for
you
a
mean.
student, one of the children, it's.
Well,
Well,
that's
that
the point
bit-
you're making.
I wouldn't,
yeah.
Yeah.
I would be reading that as 3 bedrooms and a kitchen and family room downstairs. And so the,
To ask the question, is that
Query it.
correct?
Yeah,
well, that's what we have to consider. And
It's contradictory though, isn't it? The cooker
Yeah.
suggests it's a kitchen, the word bedroom suggests it's a bedroom, so it could be either.
We could ask for clarification, couldn't we?
But if you're looking at that, there isn't a cooker in the kitchen.
yes, there is.
There isn't a cooker in the
Yes, there is next. Oh, that's a draining board.
Next to one, yeah, it's draining.
I thought that,
The sink.
I thought that was,
location plan.
that's interesting.
Yeah, they've got a cooker in the kitchen, but they've got one in the bedroom.
Like that's the thing, that's brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah, on the location.
get your breakfast.
They've got one of those little poo things in the
Yeah, they carry out
Yeah.
dumb way.
that goes up and down.
Wait, that's a dumb way.
Dumb way.
Dumb way.
They showed 3.
Okay, can we come on to this?
Sorry.
Because the error in the plan is not a material consideration
Okay.
for the consideration of the actual application. Are there any material reasons why the single-story side and rear extension and the side porch extension and the removal of the chimney, even if they have left a picture of what looks like a hob in one of the bedrooms, we can draw their attention to that.
Yeah.
But are there any material reasons why that application that they've asked for should not be allowed?
Is there a ground floor extension?
Sorry,
The area is increased. Does any of that encroach on their existing business parking area there?
no, that's the
Front. No change in the bedrooms.
there's if you look at the location plan, you'll see that the parking there at pains to show that it's not.
So the parking at the side?
It's not. Now, even there, it's compliant. Even there, my was
Yeah,
Yeah, I,
see that.
we've looked at it. That's the original one. And you've got the amended one.
right. No, from the information that on the application that we have, there are no parking spaces.
There we are.
There we are. There's the 3 in behind that purple bit is the extension, and there are no parking spaces there.
Yeah.
No, good question. Always good to check. So there being no material reasons why we shouldn't recommend approval, I'd like to suggest that our response is no material comments or objections with an informative to state that the bedroom shown appears to have a cooker,
A cooking area.
a cooking area. Right,
On the drawing.
on the drawing. That's all we need to do on that. So with that, can I have a seconder?
Seconded.
Oh, there we are. Councillor Widdowson. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you. Right. So the plans are right. Next one. Right, we're moving on to 18344 Beach Ride. Oops, make sure I get me. And it's a proposed two-storey side and rear extension and single-storey rear extension following demolition of existing garage and carport.
Dale, this one's been granted decision.
Sorry,
It must have been
27th.
Decision granted.
granted.
oh, this one's had a decision granted.
Yeah.
27th.
So it was on today's, was it?
Just on today, yeah, it's in it.
Oh,
Okay, right, move on.
right, okay.
Don't need to discuss that.
So,
Good. Okay. Do that. We can move on to 18820 Fairmead Close. One of our former councillors used to live there. Frank Field used to live in Fairmead, didn't he? Yeah. Right. And this is proposed erection of single-storey side and rear extension following demolition of existing garage stroke store and proposed erection of a single-storey front entrance porch. There we have that. And this area you'll notice is this the one that's in the flood?
Okay.
You'll notice it's in flood zone 2.
It's for it. It's fair, isn't it?
It's interesting. Years ago, I went and visited a house there where the flood waters flooded the foundations, and they had to have a pump constantly on the go. That's right. That's not an issue for us this time.
Same.
Are there any thoughts?
Is there a parking plan?
Yes.
Are
the
they,
garage.
There is, yeah.
it's
There if you want.
it's usually on.
Okay.
There you go.
There we are.
Steve,
Yeah, I can see it.
There we are.
what's up there?
Just. This is a 3-storey property.
Yeah. So what have we missed?
I would expect to see, being a 3-storey property, I would guess, don't know, that it might be 4 bedrooms.
Do we know that?
It
We're
says
assuming.
3 bedrooms on the drawing. Yeah.
It says
So we
3,
just have to go by that. There's,
which means 2 parking spaces is
Yeah.
okay.
I suspect the garage itself.
they might have lost a bedroom to make the 3rd bedroom upstairs in the dormer.
Yeah, no, the description is 3 bed.
Hmm.
It
So
looks like the downstairs is the only real change because
So the parking
existed already.
doesn't,
That's the existing floor plan with a small living room and kitchen, but the new floor plan shows that it goes right out into that extension space for the family. room.
Yeah.
no,
So they're not being the living
the
space, bedrooms. They're just, the ground floor is changing.
The elevations, do the elevations. So you've got bedrooms here and bedrooms here.
Given both pre
But I
and
think they're not
post.
what they.
So I can't find any
Three bedrooms.
material reasons why this
I
should
think
be.
that's already there, look, because
Thank you.
proposed and
Thank you.
existing.
Can we, I say I can't find any
No, that's
material
right.
reasons why this shouldn't uh, uh, be recommended for approval.
Yep.
Anybody got any
No.
reasons why? So therefore, I'm going to recommend that no material comments or objections. Is that seconded?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I had
I've got
Margaret.
Yes, but-
It's a photo feeling a brain pain there for a second.
I'll bring my name
It's your turn.
for the next time.
It's the moss.
The buzzers.
It's moss.
Who gets first?
Seconded. All those in favour? Thank you. I'm just about keeping it together. Thank you very much. That's unanimous. 17 Yorktown Road was another one of those that was already.
Yes, it's already approved.
And then
Well,
that moves us on to 204 for Where Else, which is, we've had this one quite recently.
Sort of rang a bell with me as well.
Yes.
Yep.
They've changed the layout, haven't they?
Yeah.
Changed the
They changed the layout slightly.
configuration.
I was very interested to learn that from the heritage report.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was quite interesting there.
Well,
Heritage
I-
background of it.
I had been told many years ago by a number of people that particular house had been a semaphore station in Victorian times for signalling between Stratfield Say, Wellington's home, and Windsor Castle, Queen Victoria. And there was
or like Napoleon times, don't it?
well, yeah, and so the and then I read this report that says it was actually built by a lady in 1920 and as a second home.
That article said it was 7-sided, but that's clearly 8-sided, isn't it?
Well, it's an eight-sided thing.
Yeah, it's a ship,
So
the thing. Isn't it?
we previously we were content because the majority of the work that they were wasn't going to be visible from outside because it's surrounded by some very strong planting. And having looked at the photographs and everything in the report, it remains the same. And the fact that it is on the what's called local listing it is simply because of its unusual shape now and not because of any historical association. Okay, so there's no material reason that I could find that means it shouldn't be or couldn't be approved. Has anybody else done any digging?
I thought it was interesting, the background that they gave to it, and
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to second it.
Okay, so I've moved that and it's been seconded. And that is no material comments or objections. All those in favour? Again, unanimous. Thank you. That was good. Yes, that report was very interesting. They did a very thorough job on it. I was quite impressed. The next item is 156, a listed building application, and from the Military Academy, and it's a listed building for proposed installation of 4 new commemorative stained glass windows within the Royal Memorial Chapel, and I thought the presentation pictures were really brilliant to watch. and how they were going to lay them out.
It's good, doesn't it?
And this is a lovely shot that they've got there. I don't know whether they. Oh, no, don't worry. But this one gives you all four. In one.
Oh, here we go.
There we
Oh,
are.
there it is. That's the. It's 2 and 2.
That's excellent.
Oh, look,
So
like Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Oh, it's lovely.
I think it's fantastic, and I think to totally support it, and I'm happy to move that we supported. Seconded, Councillor Rossard.
Yeah.
So no material comments or objections. All those in favour? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Oh, I thought that was quite good. And we're moving swiftly on to 213 full, Frodsham Way, proposed erection of a single story front extension. And again, this was
Oh,
okay. And again,
Provided,
reviewing.
is it a study? It's provided.
Yeah, they're cutting the utility room in half.
It is.
I thought you said study at bottom there, bottom left. Right. No, that's of the plan. Yeah,
Right, I'm
that-
gonna zoom
that-
in.
zoomy. Well done. Yes, I thought it said study
Boundary space here.
because I
And
I
then-
do the zooming up when I'm at home on the computer.
Create study and
But
put
then when you print it off, it
Those tiny.
goes a bit small.
Boundary. That's existing.
So again, have we got any material reasons why
Don't think so.
it's not out of character with the area
And the neighbours would have been consulted.
and there are no negative comments?
do you want me to propose that when it's in all small?
No, that's fine. In that case,
All small, my patch.
oh, it's your patch, right? Yes, so it's been proposed. There's no material. I'll second it. Material comments. It's been proposed by Councillor Hill. Mrs. Hill. All those in favour? Lovely. That's unanimous. That's done. There we go. Moving on then to 216 or 68 Robin Lane, proposed erection of single-storey rear extension following demolition
Front
of existing.
extension, is it, Chairman?
Sorry,
Front extension.
that's what it looks like.
I've got single.
No, sorry. No, it's a rear.
Yeah.
If you look at, it's a rear extension because the front's got shows the parking.
Correction is
Okay, it's just it's yeah.
extension.
So it's still you have to see it
Oh, right.
yes where the conservatory was, and then
Yes.
and then you see the the sun whatever. So that's all. Yeah, proposed for a single-storey rear extension following demolition of existing conservatory.
No problem.
No material, moving, no material comments or objections. Who's going to second that? Councillor Widdowson. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, right. Moving on to 2354 Kaleo Hankham Road. Proposed demolition of garage and conservatory, erection of a single-storey side extension and replacement garage. And some very clear drawings being presented. And
Mudroom.
sorry,
A mudroom.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
a mud. Oh, I got to have one of them, haven't you?
Yes. Lovely.
There you are.
Good dog.
Close to the shower. Yes, wonder what. There you have it.
One for our dogs.
But they've only got one kitchen shower.
And a snug, which is a rather nice old-fashioned expression.
Okay. Well, I can find no material reasons why this shouldn't go ahead.
It's a nice
Yes.
design.
It's in keeping with the
Mm.
character of the area, etc.
Oh,
So
Is there a location plan somewhere on this? Thought I saw it.
I haven't got one, but I can get one small.
the location plan actually comes with, it's done on. No, you see,
Would you want Google Earth?
there we are.
Yeah,
That's the location there.
I thought I
See,
saw it on the slide, yeah.
there we are.
Just zoom.
There you are. You can see High Street, Little Sandhurst, and then Hankham Road, which is the unmade road
Yeah,
that goes off, and off to the right is now.
Yeah.
There's
I thought it saw it on the thing.
halfway up on the left.
Yeah, it was just that it didn't list it on the
Mm.
planning as a separate item.
Oh, yeah, no,
That's fine.
it's on the plan. Okay. So again,
So
that
I'm a bit.
you- now you know where it is. Are you content?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll move, no material comments or objections.
Yeah.
And that's councillor Williams came in with seconding that. All those in favour? There we are. That's good, unanimous. And we're getting the RMA back. Another 250, another listed building request. I thought this was really quite interesting. Listed building application for the proposed installation of discrete remedial wall ties to stabilise bowing walls to the west and south elevations of the old college east trident. Now, and then to look at how many they're
Great.
talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, it really,
So concerned
that
that
it just means some work needs doing, and it needs doing right away. And I sincerely hope it gives it another few hundred years of life.
Yes.
But I'm happy to move no material objections. Councillor Hill, Mrs. Hill seconding that. All those in favour? And that's unanimous again. I was really interested in how that happened. And done that one. 262416 Moray Avenue. And that's a retrospective planning application for the erection of a front extension to the property.
I've been past it.
Sorry,
I've been past it, walked past it.
and as it said, it's a retrospective, but it's SIC number 16. So you know where it is then.
Yeah.
Good, because it just short of the corner. The plot size seems large enough, and they've shown what they've done to it, etc. So, and I can't see any material reason why it shouldn't be allowed. But has anybody else got a
No,
Thoughts?
to
yeah? If you want to give your
propose it if they like,
no,
if I've seen it.
so it's proposed by Councillor Mrs. Hill as no material comments or objections, and I'm happy to second that. All those in favour, please show. Again, unanimous. Thank you very much. And cracking on, we got 248 4, which is 240 College Road, proposed erection of single-story rear extension following demolition of conservatory. And
Straightforward.
who's this again? Can't see anything
No.
that would cause me to query
Straightforward.
permission. It's
Yeah.
quite straightforward. I'm happy to move no material comments or objections, and that's seconded by Councillor Mrs. Williams. All those in favour?
Very sympathetic.
Very good, thank you. And
Yes.
moving on to cross that off, make sure. 282 full is Camelot, which is in High Street, Little Sandhurst, and it's a retrospective application for change of use from highway verge to driveway use with new surface finishes. Any comments?
We know this one, don't we? Because in fact, they have a lot of bushes which have been removed. And I think they put shingle down to provide parking.
Well,
It's on the corner.
yeah,
Is it next door to Dean Armstrong's house?
yes.
I thought so, yes.
Right. This, oddly enough, isn't as straightforward as it looks. What you see there is what they proposed. In the middle there, the light green, that's actually grass, that area. And that's it. That's actually grass. And the location of Camelot is in Little Sandhurst High Street, which, if you take a look at the Bracknell Forest Character Area Assessment, which is a supplementary planning document and is used to assist in the determining of planning applications, and Area A is Little Sandhurst, it actually will advise us that that area is has a character of built-up walls, Victorian Edwardian aspect, and has banked sides to the frontages and so forth. And recommendations suggest that the retention of that character and ambience is recommended. Now, if you remove, therefore, a swathe of amenity, the land to the front there is in the ownership, it says, of the applicant, but it is classed as amenity land. And if you look at the way it used to be, and
You did.
Street view.
I looked it up on Google Earth, and it went back a few, which goes back a few years. When you look at what it did look like.
Just gonna get your attachments down.
Oh, right, okay.
Will I find it on Street View if I do that?
You might do. Yeah. The other one, the other picture, I'm going to need the other picture as
That's
well.
fine, I'll update it. Let me just get it to, because it'll take.
What I want to show was that that's it, issue 3 megabyte files. This is what it looks like now. Right, that's what, and they're going to apply for drop curb separately, but that's what it looks like now. If you can get that other That's it, Camelot frontage one, that's it. This is from, that's what it looked like before, right? Now, in the character policies, it states clearly that there should be a presumption in favour of retaining, and as you say,
Can you go back to the back of picture, Darcy, the other one that Dale showed?
and I took this afternoon. Now, that I'm going to suggest it is in no way in keeping with the character of that area. If you look along that side of the road there, you can see it is a grass spurge all the way along. The other element of it is you can see, and if you want to go on Google Earth and just hover over it, you'll see it's on the inside of the bend. You know where the Victoria store is?
Yes,
Yeah,
by
and
School
whilst-
Hill.
And whilst in the report it says there shouldn't be any problems with traffic, there's the visibility space side of things worries me, because it means you only see predominantly one way. And so I'm very troubled by the lack of consideration of the character of the local area. And I,
So before they created that driveway, where would they have parked?
well, they park round the back
I think it's the,
Okay.
could those
If
be
you
the
come
two
across-
spaces there?
to the right. No,
Right, yeah,
Right
Right, Prince Drive.
yeah, you've got to go up to there,
Yeah.
because on that corner, keep going,
Yeah,
keep
go
going.
go
Stop.
left.
Now look left. Look to the left.
Yeah.
Keep looking left. See, that's
Uh-huh.
now
No,
that's
it's
what it
further
used to
along.
look like.
It's going to Prince
Looks like it
Drive.
used to be it.
There
Is
it
that
is.
what it was?
There, that gave you the context
oh,
of
right, yeah.
of that whole area. Right now, can you see the bend? Right,
Yeah, I know where it is now.
that's the bend going this way.
What's happened on the other side of the road? There's a lot of block paving going on
That
there.
was the Victoria. That
Shop.
used to be the old
Yeah.
Victoria. That used to be the old
Which is a
post office, the old shop.
Flats, yeah.
So the
on-
letter
on
that's attached to
that's-
this application says there's disability access considerations.
Yeah.
There's also yellow lines.
Well, it says there are yellow lines. That's fine. That means people can't park across there. That's not. But it's this erosion of the
So,
character of the area and the removal of a reasonable chunk of green.
that bit of grass then, you're saying in front of the brick wall belongs to Camelot?
It's claimed that the applicant owns that.
It'd be
And it's claimed that the reason why they have done this is because their parking is around the back, right? And they claim it's difficult to park, and she has a disabled grandfather, relative, etc. And that's why they did it, inverted commas. They just went ahead and did it. And I'm afraid I'm very sympathetic to the problem they may have, but they have parking, they have adequate parking, but
Yeah, that's why I asked
yes,
where they have
Yeah.
parking if it's not,
if
if they can't use that.
if that has to be reinstated, they have parking,
Yeah, okay.
right? They are not. We're not. It's probably not as convenient. So we need to make sure you're aware.
Also for reasons of security, Chairman. that it's next door to the house as opposed to round the corner.
Well, there's all those things, Councillor Williams.
It does also say about emergency services access for her daughter's medical conditions.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Drag that, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid those aren't.
And I'm
Material.
park on the pavement if it needs it.
Yes,
So,
yeah, there's,
okay.
Or fire engine, whatever.
that's right.
There's
Yeah.
also something about a discovery of a collapsed drain caused by the roots of
Nothing.
a tree, but is that?
Nothing to do with us.
That's building
uh,
regulations.
that's just usual maintenance.
But obviously, our own
So-
highways officers will have a look at it.
And that's part of what I'm going to be suggesting. So let me, having spoken about not wishing to support it.
Even to get in or out of that drive. If you drive in, how do you get out on the bend?
Well, there we are. I'll leave them to look at that. I'm going to, and I put here, and I refer, I'll just do here, refer to the character area assessment. This drive is out of character with the other driveways and does not contribute to the Victorian Edwardian setting of the area. I can give this access destroys the continuous green nature of the verge and therefore its amenity value. The walls to the front of properties are recommended to be retained in that area. Visibility displays are not presented or a qualified highways assessment given, and the dwelling is on the inside of a bend where road safety issues may be present. Okay, so I'm recommending refusal on the grounds of
Well, go on.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm going to be very specific. I'll take- if you've got one of them as well there. Refusal on the grounds of non-compliance with policies LP 28, little Roman I and 4, and LP 50, what little Romans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 12. And these policies include sorry, I'll tell you what they include when that's what I'd like seconded. Does anybody wish to second that refusal?
So, in fact, can I maybe add a recommendation?
Oh, yeah,
to that,
go.
If I can, Chairman, very briefly. Just to the effect that should the planning officer be minded to approve the recommendation, we would ask that vehicles exit in a forward gear as opposed to reversing onto the high street.
Yep. No, well done.
And that's a safety.
No, yeah, no, I like that one. That's
Well, it's not quite right. If I read this out, we might go to reword it. The formation of a new access in close proximity to the junction, we put the bend, would result in conflicting vehicle movements, which would adversely affect safety and flow of traffic.
yes, I like that one.
Yes.
2709.
2709.
But if we take bend instead of junction,
Yeah.
It is a busy road, I have to say.
Well, it's technically it's a junction on a bend.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
both in.
they're both
Junctions on both sides of the high street.
so that's
School Hill.
so that's with my specific policies recommendations and your informative and the addition of that. Do I have a second there?
Yeah, because you're next to it. You're
Councillor Brossard, thank you very much. All those in favour of the motion, please show. And that is unanimous. Thank you very much.
I'm going.
And before you run off, if you want to see the policy LP 50, and it's page 173 and 257 of the local plan. But you're about to run, so can I just say thanks very much.
Sorry.
My update on the neighbourhood plan is very short because there's been little activity since the last time I briefed you because the local planning authority is assessing the draft, what's called regulation 14. They're assessing that draft, and they're still consulting internally before us. And whilst we will be going out through the summer and hopefully meeting with people and presenting information for them to keep them up to date, it'll probably be the end of the summer before we get a call to take any further action. With that, I'll note that the next meeting is on the 30th of June, and thank you for your attendance. Good evening, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris.